can't kill Michael Myers! It's impossible!
This is what happens when you work to change.
What do you fucking want from me? Get off my dick!
You know, if you don't understand the situation, it's better sometimes not to speak and just be proven a complete imbecile in the matter.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Yes, it is. Tony, where are you?
I think you a bitch. You understand?
Where are you, Tony?
Is that what?
I don't know.
Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying? Are you saying? What are you saying? Huh?
That's about.
They think you're crazy, then they fight you.
That's about.
Don't really think that's the case.
As much as I actually have.
And then all of a sudden
to say. Anymore. But we'll see what we can do. What's up, my friends? Manuel and Lynn. Model 3 dude, I see you up there. Model 3 dude, second. Tony may be Tony may be deader than the Moass. Yeah, but see, this parallel world theory, this is where it's at. We'll get to that in a minute, but short sellers in crisis, $8 billion loss on Nvidia and Carvana. Nvidia and Carvana. Oh.
In today's discussion, I want to delve into the failure of short sellers and their systems on a monumental scale. The recent events have highlighted the vulnerabilities in shorting strategies, with staggering losses amounting to billions of dollars. Yesterday alone, short sellers incurred a staggering $3 billion loss on Nvidia, followed by additional losses on Carvana today. I heard from S3 revealing data indicating that Nvidia's short interest stands at a whopping $18.3 billion, with 27.12 million shares shorted. The situation worsened as 2.9.
Let's see here. Where to start? What is this? 18.3 billion? What in the fuck? Incarvulus. Incarvidea? It's Incarvulus. I don't know what this is.
9 million new Nvidia shares were shorted yesterday, amounting to a staggering $0.4 billion.
$0.4. There it is. $0.4. What the fuck? This is one of the... Okay. Why are we talking about this, though? I mean, come on. Hello. How do you yield farm? Do you have a vid explaining it? I'm new to crypto. Oh, it's a fucking spam. I should have known it.
Sellers are reeling from mark-to-market.
All of crypto is
$215 billion yesterday, skyrocketing to a monumental $3 billion.
That's literally saying the dollar sign is dollar. Good job, AMC Daily. Almost 4,000 fucking subscribers too. Jesus Christ. What a fucking disgrace.
Nvidia for short sellers are approaching a colossal $8 billion, particularly exacerbated by the recent 16% surge. Hey, welcome to AMC Daily. If you are new to the channel,
it doesn't even... Oh my God. I can't. I can't. AMC doesn't even say the fucking name properly. Should be reported, deleted, the channel should be banned, and that fucking person should be arrested, whoever it is, whatever computer system that originated from. I mean, owned by Ken Griffin, clearly. Gary Gensler still paid by Goldman Sachs. Oh boy.
Welcome back to our YouTube channel.
Now finally one of us.
So guys, the stock report of AMC Entertainment, the report was first published on our website Thursday, May 26, 2022. But this is more detailed version. Our aim is to help you answer the questions.
Now, what in the fucking hell are we looking at here? What the fuck is this? This is incorrect. This is as of October 10th. It's not October no more. What the fuck is this? This was posted 9 hours ago. What in the fucking hell? What the fuck? Why are they showing?
AMC Entertainment holding in this stock price gain 2.95% on the last trading day. So guys, rising from $11.88 to $12.23 and has now gained 3 days in a row. It will be exciting to see whether it managed to continue gaining or take a minor break for the next few.
Yeah, sure, it did.
Stock fluctuated 11.13% from a day low.
See, it's $6. It's $6.37. See, as of the October 10th. So, yeah, it's what was that? June
$12.80
2021.
The price has been going up and down for this period, and there has been a 9.2% gain for the last 2 weeks. Volume has increased on the last day along with the price, which is a positive technical sign, and in total 17 million shares were traded.
And this is nonsensical. It's not following the video. It's yeah, this is garbage. I mean, this is complete. What the hell? Yeah. Look at all this garbage. I mean, this is literally, this is a surge for AMC stock. This is all that there is left. All that's left. I mean, this is the bottom of the fucking barrel right here. We've hit rock bottom. I'm calling this fucking bottom. And it's one of those bottoms that just keeps going lower. So it's an endless bottom. It's an Olive Garden bottom. Oh, here we go. Oh, here he is. Here he is. Mikey. Mr. It's about to make people rich. It's about to make people rich. This is the third or fourth week he said that. How's that going? I wonder.
AMC stock is about to make people rich. But before I get into why I believe that, make sure to go down and subscribe if you are new to the channel, because I do talk about AMC stock every single day. So today AMC closed at $4.44, 444, and we were green on the day. Now,
well, clearly that is a numerological number that has significance. Has some type of tribute to some elite figure or such, and you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. So, 444. That doesn't happen. What are the odds? You know, I'm not going to calculate it. Tony Sand wouldn't calculate it either. He would not. But I'm just saying, 444, come on. 666 is the... Yeah, right.
These past couple of days, we have been going down, red days. We basically dropped from $5 to $4.44, but we're still green today, and that is a good sign. We're holding up at $4.40, and we only got 3 more trading days to go before earnings. Now, earnings is going to be insane. I really is going to set the tone for what's going to come with AMC the next couple of months. And I do believe it is going to the upside after earnings because we don't have a lot of room to go down. Now, I know in the past, it went down on earnings in the past, so it
Yeah. Well, good theory. Real good.
Has to happen again. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Especially after we cover everything that happened in 2023. We're talking about record-breaking results. We're talking about Taylor Swift. We're talking about grocery popcorn. All this is new. All this is stuff we've never.
Oh yes, record-breaking Taylor Swift. We broke our own Taylor Swift record because we didn't have Taylor before. We had no Taylor Swift, so Taylor Swift 0 for us. But now this year we have Taylor Swift, so Taylor Swift 1. So we set a new record. That's a new record for AMC with Taylor Swift. We have Taylor Swift. Yes. Create a category and give yourself an award in it. It's the corporate extension of the participation trophy type of mindset, I think. And it's pathetic. It's more pathetic than participation trophies. You know, but anyway, whatever. Participation ribbons, you know, are okay. Maybe a plaque here or there. No plaque. But this, I mean, the best performance in the third quarter of any third quarter. Oh, best revenue. Oh, great. Awesome. What? Does Adam Aaron get a raise off that? I don't think so. But, you know, record-breaking performance. But you can't say that you were profitable, though, right? We couldn't say that. We couldn't say that we are solvent. Could we? But we have record-breaking performance. We have Taylor Swift beating records from when we didn't have Taylor Swift. Yeah. Somebody's been drinking some Tang, it sounds like. Somebody has been drinking some Tang.
Covered in the 100 years that AMC has been around. This is all brand new, coming February 28th in 3 more trading days, and it's going to be insane. I'm going to cover everything on this channel.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be so insane. I can't wait.
All-time low, which was $3.60, and I still think this is going to mark the all-time low for AMC for the next couple of years, if not forever. If we somehow break lower than 360, I'm loading the boat. Freaking 1,000 more shares if I have to. But I really don't believe that's going to happen. Just my personal opinion. I really think AMC stock is looking extremely bullish, and in my opinion, this is...
Well, you'd have to have a couple $1,000 first. You know, so... And the price will have to go that low, which I'm sure it probably will at some point. I like that, though. It'll probably go up because there's not much room to go down. He does realize that there's whole markets where there are stocks that are like less than $1 that trade, you know, for pennies every day. So I mean, I think there's plenty of room to go down. It's just going to be like the slowest bleed ever. It's not going to be exciting. Not going to be what he wants to be in, I don't think. So, but anyway, it's not going to be like chutes and ladders. It'll be like, I don't know, shuffleboard or something. Slow paced. It'll be a slow paced slide into bag holders dementia.
A buy right now at this price before earnings. A lot of people are saying it's going to go down after earnings. That's not what I think. I think it's going to sky rocket. I think this is gonna go parabolic, guys. But that's just my personal opinion. So Pulte tweeted this today. He said, 2024. That is all he had to say. Pulte on X, yes, he holds AMC. He is a billionaire.
Oh God,
a lot of money, and he does.
He's a billionaire.
Is a buy right now. AMC is he that's gonna stick around. They don't have to pay off his debt next year or the year.
Is he a billionaire? Really, he's a billionaire. All right. Seems like a pretty tacky ass billionaire to me if he is.
After that, they're gonna pay off that debt with ease within the next couple of years, and after that, they're gonna be making over $100 million every single quarter in profit. Most of their profit is going to the debt. Most of their profit is going to their freaking rentals right now, but they are gonna pay everything off. They are going to pay everything off. I'm telling you guys right now, it is gonna be a profitable business. And this
sounds like he's trying to convince like a mob boss or something. Yeah, we're gonna pay you back.
AMC.
Well, we're gonna pay you back. We're good for it. We're good for it.
Despicable Me. We got Godzilla versus Kong, the New Empire, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, Joker 2. Wicked, National Treasure, A Quiet Place, The Garfield Movie, Gladiator 2, Kung Fu Panda 4, Bob Marley, The Fall Guy, Madam Web. We got the.
I mean, who fucking cares?
Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, and the list goes on. We got Dune 2 dropping in a couple of days. We got freaking The Walking Dead movie dropping in a couple of days. It goes on the list. We haven't even talked about the artists that are going to want to come out and drop a concert film with AMC distributions, because there are going to be artists that come out this year. Taylor Swift is not the only one. You have to be high to think that AMC distributions alone is probably going to make over $1 billion this year. We're not even talking about that or the grocery popcorn. Let's get into that.
Wait, make $1 billion this year? How much did they make this year? Last year? How much did they make? I mean, I know this kid likes to talk about $1 billion. I mean, they didn't make very much at all off of that, did they? I don't know. Yep.
AMC popcorn on Amazon. We got AMC candy. Guys, it's endless. AMC's gonna come out.
AMC candy.
It's dead.
Liquor.
There's so many reasons to be bullish on AMC. And it's down 99%. Not only are all these new things coming out for AMC, but AMC stock is at a 99% discount. That's how I'm seeing it. That is exactly how I'm seeing it. So you best believe I've been loading up at this price. We need more butter. Let's freaking go. This guy said, let's gap up 10x. So this guy's simulation tweeted AMC was over $40 a share 2 weeks before the split. If we split at those prices, all debt was paid off and it's game over. Market makers couldn't allow this and had to maliciously short us down. We squeeze when the time is right. These gaps will eventually be filled. Questions?
Why would market makers have any opinion about this? I mean, this is a complete misunderstanding, and it just like displays ignorance. It's so dumb. All debt was paid off? I don't think so. I don't think that's how it works, personally. Market makers couldn't allow this. So, I mean, so here, you know, we have this, of course, Adam Aaron screwed us over as an undertone here, right? AMC was over $40 a share 2 weeks before the split. If we split at those prices, all debt was paid off and it's game over. Market makers couldn't allow this and had to maliciously short us down. I mean, no. Market makers did not maliciously short you down. Not sure where that comes from. I mean, the whole thing is just so discombobulated at this point. It is discombobulated as fuck at this point. Makes no sense. You can't even try. Yeah, it is pretty dumb. And yeah, Skipp Aileron and Scoot Alken.
Question mark. I do see AMC trading
all three
at $60. Way higher than that in the future, but in the medium term, within this year, I see us trading at higher than $50. That is my price prediction for AMC. I'm calling it right now. $50 is only $5.
What?
We are officially a penny stock, guys.
What? Yes, you are a penny stock. But what? $50. 10 times higher than it is right now. 10 times. I'll tell you what.
Ooh, yeah. I'm gonna have to go ahead and sort of disagree with you there.
Guys, and we've seen a bunch of penny stocks run up over 10,000% this year in 2024. AMC stock is going to be one of those stocks when the time is right. It doesn't have to happen this week, or the next week, or the following week, but it is going to happen. It is inevitable. AMC, this company ain't going nowhere. 100 more years incoming. So I said, you damn right. So Travis tweeted, the only earnings that matter next week. AMC, let's freaking go. This is the most anticipated earnings releases, and AMC is up there. I mean, if that is probably the most anticipated earnings release ever. Do you know how much people are going to be watching Adam Aaron live on February 28th? It's going to be insane, and I'm going to be going over everything on this channel. But we closed at $4.44. I don't know if that's a sign. Is it good luck to see 444?
Yes, it is. Oh my God. Wow.
Realm.
Yes, here we go.
To be an indicator of positive things to come and assurance that you're on the right.
Look, he's happy about that. Oh, he smiled. That was cute. Watch his face.
Reminding you that you have
watch his face. Face. God damn it. Motherfuck. It's cute. But, you know, oh my gosh, I'm gonna remember this when he you know, does the Wojak gun to the head. Anyway.
444 is typically thought to be an indicator of positive things to come.
There he is. Oh.
Savings in AMC is the right path. Not financial advice whatsoever. That's just what I personally did. I have everything in AMC, 99% of everything, and I continue to buy with every paycheck. But that's gonna do for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to go down and subscribe if you are.
Yeah, you know, it's good that you have such a good relationship with your parents that they, you know, they're cool with you staying there and all that. I mean, you know, while you're getting your stocks going. You know, what can you say here? That's gonna be a mess. It's gonna be a fucking mess. That is definitely a crisis team call right there. That is a crisis team escalation. Oh, here we go. It's been a minute since it's actually been over a week since I've seen this clown, I think. It's going to be the best week of my life. All right.
Financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment and educational purposes only, and anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. That being said, hit the like button.
Come on, Don. Get it. Get it.
Stuff so you get a
Model 3 is triggered.
See, I'm thinking, I'm analyzing that data.
But
I tell every day, the day they release us is false. It gives false narrative to the market, so we can make bad
trading decisions. Listen.
These bad actors that are naked shorting AMC, GME, and other stocks.
These bad actors that are naked shorting GME, AMC, and other stocks. You're going to need some proof for that, motherfucker. Where's your proof? You ain't got no proof. All you saying... Now I sound like Tony Tinko. I don't know what even that was. Holy fucking hell. I'm knocking everything down over here. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm like Morantz. I'm on fire. Pants on fire from Lion. Anyway. Yeah.
Okay? The only reason, and this is just my opinion, I'm not trying to buy, hold, or selling stock. The only reason they're having a great week is because they got NVIDIA and SCMI running, so they're balancing out all their other terrible positions, okay? And of course, like I told you in a previous video...
Who are they now? Who? They?
Subscribe.
I don't know who the fuck he's talking about.
Stuff, so you get a video, I'll put them.
I'm going to actually pay attention this time, okay? I'll shut up now.
Every day, the day they release...
I'll shut up right now.
These bad actors that are naked shorting AMC, GME, and other stocks are desperate, okay? The only reason, and this is just my opinion, I'm not trying to buy, hold, or selling stock. The only reason they're having a great week is because they got NVIDIA and SCMI running, so they're balancing out all their other terrible positions.
No shit that's why anybody would be having a good week, right? Because NVIDIA. Yeah, no fucking shit. Thank you, Mr. White House correspondent, for that. Okay. Okay, you got anything else, or is it just this brain dead droning here? I swear to God, it's like you step. Oh fucking hell! Goddamn, fucking retarded.
And of course, like I told you in the previous video, no stops whatsoever. It just runs $200-300, and they don't halt it, not even once. You know why?
Because it didn't hit any criteria that would warrant a halt. Like, you know, the very specific conditions that have to be met, like the price changing within a certain percentage within a certain period of time, that kind of thing that we've gone over many times here, and that we understand is an automated system that looks at the price and, you know, figures out the amount that would trigger a halt automatically. Why would there be that? Because it probably didn't go up like that. It probably zigzagged its fucking way up. Like it always does. Or it shoots up and then zigzags its way down and then zigzags its way up. Back up. But, I mean, you get 2-3% in a day. That can add up over a few days, and you're only looking at intraday for the volatility trigger. So, I mean, it's just like, what are you talking about? You just don't like what happened, but what's wrong with it? What you know? What are you saying? You know, I mean, for real.
Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying what are you saying? Huh?
Because the bad actors are making money, the 1% are making money, and the only time we get halts is when the 99% might make money. We are not allowed to make any money. The only ones...
Yeah, you are not allowed to make any money because you're a fucking moron. And that's just like the natural law of like the world or the universe or something. You're an idiot. I mean, so, you know, you could like follow along in what is profitable and making people money and do that. You could have been doing that. But, and plenty of retail investors are. So I don't even think that, boy, that doesn't even hold true. I mean, so far we have nothing here. We have a few rabbit turds.
Allowed to make money is the 1%ers. That being said.
Yeah, because they're smarter than you and they have more money than you. Imagine that. So you're poor and you're an idiot. And you're complaining and crying about, oh, these people over here make more, they make money. What the fuck, bro? Pathetic. Fucking pathetic. And everything that you talk about is brain dead. Pathetic as fuck.
Uncle Frank Finance, he always puts out great videos with lots of information.
Nope.
Ties the things together. He
ties the things together. Yes, right. What all good conspiracy theorists do, right? What all good flim-flam snake oil fucks do. Uncle Frank fucking Finance. What a fucking grifter. Yes, he ties it all together. One might even say that he connects the dots, right? Oh, but please tell us about Uncle Frank. Please, I hope nothing happened to Uncle Frank. Please, don't say something happened to Uncle Frank.
Together in such a way that it has you thinking. He has you thinking. He kind of opens your eyes. He opens the door to what's going on in the market. Well, that's how I look at his videos anyway. That's how I look at his videos.
Yeah, because you have a wild imagination and not, you know, a lot of fundamental understanding of anything. So, you know, of course it gets filled with magical shit and whatever Uncle Frank, who's not a financial advisor either, you know, can come up with, however he can weave it together and connect the dots, and with private equity and yada yada yada. They should never have been monetized.
Tends to put things together in a way that makes me go, And I believe because of this, that is why he has been demonetized. Okay? They have demonetized Uncle Frank Finance.
Good.
And we have earnings reports coming out this
That's
week.
great.
Well, next week.
That's great fucking news. I'm very happy about that. That's a victory for retail investors right there. Uncle Frank Finance is demonetized. That's a victory. Because Donahue's right back here when he says this. Here, listen, he's right.
Anyway, that's how I look at his videos. He tends to put things together in a way that makes me go, And I believe because of this, that is why
right here
it has been demonetized.
Of course it is. Of course it's how he puts everything together and makes you go, That is why he was demonetized, because it's nonsense. He's a grifter. He's a liar. He's a snake oil salesman. He's not an expert. He claims to know what he's talking about. He doesn't. This is verifiable. We've done that. He's a grifter. He belongs in jail, actually, along with this clown. But at the very least, these fucks should not be making money sitting here on YouTube, shitting out the laziest well, I can lay claim to the laziest content. Fuck you guys. But other than that, you know, putting out the laziest content, saying the same shit over and over that never happens, and you're always wrong, and you're always dumb. I mean, why should you get money for that? Why should you get paid for that? What basis is, I mean, you are causing people to lose money. You are misleading people. You are leading them down a primrose path to destruction, to hell. And he's going to say, oh, he deserves to get paid from the ads on YouTube. Fuck you. No, you don't. You don't deserve fucking... You deserve to be in fucking jail. Guantanamo, bitch.
Okay? They have demonetized Uncle Frank.
Good. All of you should be demonetized.
Reports coming out this week. Well, next week.
Every last fucking one, including Scoot Alken.
Uncle Frank is demonetized.
Good.
Absolutely crazy.
No, it's not. I mean, it's absolutely great.
Crazy. He doesn't disparage anybody. What he does is gives you the facts and his interpretation of the facts.
Yeah, reading articles from Zero Hedge is not... I mean, I'm sorry, you can't... No. Reciting all these garbage articles from right-wing sources is not giving you the facts and letting you decide. No, it's not. It's giving you one very, very biased opinion and making the same dumbass insinuations and inferences that you've been making for months and months and months, incorrectly and wrongly and with no basis in reality, either what has already happened, what is currently happening, or what is about to happen. Like, world as it ever was, as it is, as it ever was, and as it ever shall be. Amen. Or, you know. Yeah, and all that kind of happy horse shit, right? Okay.
And YouTube demonetized him.
Good. Sweet.
Powers to be. Do not
powers that be. Powers that be.
Want us to be educated. They don't want us to know what's going on in the market.
Yes, they do. That's why he's demonetized. See? He's just got to flip it around in his head. Once he realizes that Uncle Frank is a grifter asshole, then it will make sense. Because then he can say, oh, he's actually a grifter. Fuck. Huh. So then when he was banned or he was demonetized, that was actually to protect retail investors. Oh, I was wrong. Yeah, you were fucking wrong. Idiot.
If you put out videos on things that they don't like, they will demonetize you. Now, myself, I have been demonetized a whole lot of times, but on specific videos. I've never been demonetized for my entire channel. That has never happened. And hopefully it won't. Or maybe it will happen after this video. But they demonetized Uncle Frank's entire platform.
Good. It should have never been monetized in the fucking first place because he's a fucking grifter. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He represents things incorrectly. And obviously he fools people because you think that he's smart and that he has something to fucking offer besides another fucking voice, another fucking hungry fucking mouth ready to suck your fucking dick as long as you support this fucking stupid ass fucking idea of Moass. It's ridiculous. You guys are absurd. Okay? You guys are literally man-children. I don't know how else to say it. You are an asshole. I hate you. I want you to go find Tony.
I mean, it's absolutely crazy.
It's absolutely crazy that it hasn't happened sooner and that hasn't happened to every fucking last fucking one of you fucking termites. Fucking scum.
Monetized today, and all I said was that, you know, Miss Pelosi might be the best traders in Congress. I mean, that's the only thing they might have found offensive. That Tuberville and Pelosi.
Or maybe
and I was being sarcastic. I believe, and then this one
I believe
also. I believe it's insider trading. That's just my opinion. So I know I'm going to open this video up. There'll be a big yellow.
Why would anybody care what your fucking clown ass has to say about a fucking congressperson and their supposed insider trades? Why would anyone fucking care? You are a fucking goddamn motherfucking narcissistic asshole. You're so fucking full of yourself, unnecessarily, unwarrantedly, that it's absolute. You want to know something that is absolutely fucking crazy? It's that. I mean, God fucking damn it. What a clown. Like, I want to see that smirk on your fucking face when you get fucking taken to jail, arrested for being a fucking fraud, for misleading people, defrauding people, misrepresenting everything that comes out of your fucking mouth. I mean, you are a fucking low-life piece of fucking shit. Wow. Absolutely
and
crazy.
there's no legal reason for me to be demonetized because
guess what, bro? They can demonetize you for anything that they fucking want. You are on their fucking platform. You're in their fucking house. Not yours. Theirs. Legal reason. And what in the fuck would you know about any legal reasons anyway? What would you actually know about that? Wow.
I should be entitled to my opinion on a public figure. I mean, these are public figures. These are senators. Okay? These are congressmen.
Yeah.
Form an opinion on them without being demonetized. The bottom line...
Well, nobody ever, like, you're not, it's not like a fucking constitutional right for you to be monetized and to spew fucking verbal diarrhea about anybody that you want. That's not what it is. But again, zero fucking grasp. Nice.
Whenever you put out a video with a subject matter that starts exposing a lot of the fraud and corruption in the stock market, somehow they find a reason to demonetize it.
Yeah, probably on grounds for misinformation. Because nothing that you say can be substantiated with an actual fact. Those things, those inconvenient things. So I mean, it's no mystery to me as to why that would be demonetized, because it could never be proven to be factual, and that's a problem. Don't you think that's a problem? I mean, why? How is that not a problem for these people? I don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't.
It's happened to me multiple times when they don't like my subject matter, and you guys know I don't disparage anybody. I don't curse anybody out. I'm not even.
I do.
I barely use profanity, if anything. I don't threaten.
I fucking do.
Yet somehow my videos get demonetized, and now they have demonetized Uncle Frank's entire.
Good.
Days before the earnings report.
Good. Amazing. Good. Poetic. But the bigger question for me here is, why is he crying about this so much? I mean, if you're supposedly going to get rich off this short squeeze, what do you care about making a few dollars a month on YouTube? You're like, fuck off. Fucking goddamn fucking demonetized.
I don't think so. I think they demonetized.
No, of course you don't think so, because you have a fucking schizoid fucking brain.
Because they don't like the information he's putting out. They don't like Uncle Frank educating us on what's going on in the market. Anyway, please leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Why do you...
Every last fucking one of these fucks should be demonetized for good. Demonetize them. What are your thoughts on CSI's change of message? I believe they got him. What's this about CSI and a change of message? Well, I need to look at that. Then I need to go to bed. Or something. Okay. Publishing a book on Amazon Kindle. Preparing to move on. What in the fuck? I don't know about this. What's up, Ron? Unbelievable AI video generator. Okay. What in the fuck?
What's up, everybody? I'm eating some ice cream, and we're going to talk this morning about
Good.
Robinhood removing AMC from the overnight trading where you could trade 24 hours a day, which I think is a really stupid idea. But last night,
yeah, stupid idea.
AMC get traded, and I did a live, and a lot of people brought that up, that Robinhood's not letting us trade 24 hours with AMC anymore. And that's not the question I got for y'all, because I've watched some YouTubers now, and they're all asking, why won't Robinhood sell AMC in the after hours? And my question is this. What are you going to do, say in the morning, because I ask this all the time. In the morning, when you wake up at 8:30 when the market opens, Central Standard Time,
soft serve.
the buy button is gone.
Oh, the buy button's gone.
AMC.
You cannot buy
what will your
soft serve
be?
or
Holler about the criminal
chaw
in-house, not right
dip.
for them to take that buy button? Or will you sit there quietly and wait and let your heart be pumping because the sell button is still there and you're waiting now because the price has got to go up? What I understand, people, is this. You cannot have it both ways. You can only have one or the other. Either you're going to say it's criminal for them to sell AMC shares because there's nothing but counterfeit shares, or you're going to get mad if they take the buy button. Because if they take the buy button, that means they quit selling the counterfeit shares. So, in the morning, if the buy button would be missing, what will your reaction be?
What happened to his video? Why is it frozen?
Criminality of not being able to buy counterfeit shares and then turn right around and complain that they sell counterfeit shares.
Ooh.
Both ways, people. Now, as far as I'm concerned,
can't have it.
They can take that buy button.
Well,
pick it up, King.
Yeah, I mean, this is very apparent in MMTLP. This hypocrisy, too, by the way. Even more pronounced. But, yeah.
In Griffin's ass. That's how I give a fuck about the buy button. All right? But when that price starts rising and people say, well, where's the buy pressure going to come from, CSI? It comes from their need for the shares. Not our need for the shares, their need for the shares. It's going to be them needing our shares, and the new CAT system is going to ensure that when we fucking...
Oh, the new CAT system. Yeah. The new CAT system is that's gonna be it. But, So, wait a minute. So this is like really retroactive DD here. He's explaining it's their buying pressure, not our buying pressure, that will cause the squeeze. He's retroactively explaining his conception of a short squeeze. Wow. Amazing.
Push that sell button, they gonna have fucking money for us. That's why they're raising the requirements and shit, and they're getting mad about that.
Of course, that's why. Yes, of course, that's why they raised the requirements. Yep.
What they need to do, they're gonna have to take that buy button, people. Prepare yourself for it. Because when you look at your phone and it's not there, I don't want to see fucking videos talking about the criminality about taking the goddamn buy button and you're not allowed to buy counterfeit shares. Get over that and realize that when that they were wrong back then. When they take the buy button this time, they are tapped out and they are now getting ready to end all the bullshit. And they'll turn it back on eventually. But right now, pretty soon, very soon, they're going to take that buy button, people. They have to stop selling this shit. And then they got to buy back all that they fucking sold and not purchased. They're going to have to purchase them motherfuckers. And Gary Gensler's going to see to it. So with that, that's the question that you need to...
Okay.
Within your...
So... there's a problem here with, I mean, obviously there's many problems with this guy and all of this, but boy, I feel like I really need a whiteboard. Anyway, excuse me. They're so caught up on this buying, you know, oh, Ken Griffin has to buy the shares sold, not yet purchased. And we know that that's a an accounting line that just shows you what's what short positions are on the books right now at this moment. I mean, you got to slice it at some point. Here's the slice. Here's the cross section. Here's the data right now. And this is what we got. It's going to have to be something at some time. So, whatever. That's a nothing burger, obviously. But when he says some stuff like, they have to buy the shares back that they sold, they didn't purchase yet. Okay, listen.
That buy button, people, they have to stop selling this shit. And then they got to buy back all that they fucking sold and not purchased. They're going to have to purchase them motherfuckers. And Gary Gensler's going to see to it. So with that...
Okay, so they have to stop selling this shit, he said. They have to stop selling this shit. And they have to buy back all the shares that they sold that they've not yet purchased. So how would that happen? My question. They have to stop selling it. At the same time, they have to buy it. They have to buy it. Okay. Right. Nothing is real and it doesn't matter anyway. I think that pretty much sums it up, yeah. Where all the everything's made up and the points don't matter. Bzz. Oh, you know what? I don't even have to simulate it with my mouth anymore. Right. Okay. Anyway. So, but anyway, they're caught up on this purchasing thing. Like buying share is like buying a house, you know, where it's more permanent and like because they're going to buy and hold and never sell. That's like what they think about. So in their mind, anybody who buys it is never going to sell it. But in reality, nobody. I mean, when this shit is traded, it's changing hands constantly, and it's never statically held by one person into a settlement period. Like it's just constantly bouncing around. Capital, money, you know. So they don't get that. So they think that it's like a real asset, like a house or property or something that's like, you know, that doesn't change hands. And that seems to be way off from how it needs to be looked at, because the reality is it is traded constantly, and in terms of a liquid market, right? So you have to look at that realistically, and I don't think that there's any gotcha. I don't think you're gonna get them in any way, shape, or form in terms of more shares trading than are in the float, because those two things were never the same. The number of positions is never the same as the number of shares. It's always way higher due to the nature of how it works. But this is other, this is all stuff that goes beyond the, subcutaneous level, I guess, and seeks to, try to, not just take the obvious, easy way of explaining things away. And so people like CSI, all the time take the easy way. They take the familiar path that's well worn and easy to overlook the things that aren't convenient, or advocate interpreting things one specific way, the way that is used to create or try to prop up the narrative. So it's all the same stuff over and over, time after time. Nothing new, nothing to see here, really. But in that sense, but I mean, I guess there is. But it's just so played out at this point. That's the term I have. Played out. This is played out. There is no fucking way. This is a spring that's been pulled out and uncoiled, not coiled, ready to pop. No, sprung out and ruined, damaged, pulled out, fucked up. That's your fucking spring. I know the apes like to talk about spring. It's going to pop at any time. Oh, it's getting compressed and compressed. No, that spring is fucking sprung and all kinds of disheveled. It's fucked up. It's a spring from hell.
That's the question.
It inflicted damage
within yourself is what are you gonna do when they take that buy button? Because they're gonna take it. It's coming.
Oh, okay.
So
coming up soon. That was 11 days ago. Did they take it? I don't know. They can't keep this up forever. Keep what up forever? Yeah. They trading fucking stocks. Yes, they can do that forever. That's what they do. They will do it forever. You're fucking retarded. Like what are they doing that they can't do forever? So stupid. There's some elephant in the room that everybody assumes is there, but nobody can prove or show in any actual way. And it's not even really talked about directly. It is like an elephant in the room, sort of. It's an unspoken, solidarity and knowledge of the truth. It's a bunch of fucking bullshit is what it is. This is stupid. This is fucking retarded. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Oh my God. So I don't really see the pivot or whatever he moved to. But yeah. Now there was one that I wanted to listen to that was, and I guess I'll just put this on here and just comment here and there and then call it a night, but Jesus Christ. This fucking guy. I'm looking for... What am I looking for here? I'm sorry, this is just so brain dead. I'm not going to listen to it, but his leap option was up 21%. Oh boy. Oh boy. It was this one called Stock Retail. This channel here. Right, this here. I'll speed through it. A lot of dead air too, it sounds like.
What's up, Stock Retail coming back to you. Excited to bring a few thoughts today on some things going on in the world of crypto, some things going on with AMC.
Crypto.
That I can maybe make a few more videos for a while here. This next stretch maybe gets a little less hectic in my life. Just had quite the season for me for, many months now. But kind of coming up for air and excited to sort of share some thoughts with you. I get pinged a little bit here in comments and quite a bit on Twitter asking me to maybe share some more thoughts on videos. So just glad that I could do that today. And like I said, I'm going to walk through a lot of things I'm seeing going on, in particular with Bitcoin, and kind of reminding and revisiting the thesis that I've been sharing a bit, especially if you follow me on Twitter. You've seen that. In some cases, I've been clear. In some cases, I've been a little cryptic about crypto. And people have been kind of asking me to clarify that. So I'll continue to kind of, pull back the curtain a little bit on some thoughts I have and why I'm talking about Bitcoin a little bit. But just as always, relate that back to AMC. This has, kind of been my focus for, 3+ years now. I'm not quitting until the end. And so that's what this channel mostly is about. And we'll kind of hit that today along with a few other little nuggets. So first off, just kind of hitting a few highlights, things that I've shared in the past, but just reminding, in some cases I may have new listeners, and in some cases you might have forgotten some of these things. So as you position the overall picture of Bitcoin, what it's doing, where it's going, what it's going to start to mean in the world of what I'll kind of call high finance or global finance. First off, just a silly example, not a silly actually, a one-off example, I should have called it. You can see El Salvador here in the middle on the right was actually offering, this is a little while back in December, basically offering citizenship for people who would effectively pay for like donations in Bitcoin. So you can just hear like, boy, there's a whole country thirsty for Bitcoin. Okay, so what's going on there? You might have seen the recent development when a flag was flown over the White House over the Capitol for Satoshi. There's just been all these interesting little signals out there.
Yeah, what's going on there? Couldn't be like any type of
I know that maybe sounds a little
nefarious crime or anything like that. No, right?
Pivots of position,
nah.
There's often bigger things going on behind the scenes. Just think of it like the current in an ocean kind of shifting. So if you've got countries signaling that they would basically let you buy citizenship for Bitcoin, that's kind of a signal of a high demand for that. Just kind of fun and interesting if you're kind of into science and energy and some other topics. You can see both in El Salvador and then at the bottom in Iceland, mining for Bitcoin is somewhat energy intensive.
Yes, because, there's a high return on El Salvadoran citizenship is
to mine for Bitcoin.
Something that is in such high demand.
Some things out.
Is that what he meant?
And like I said,
what is he talking about?
Where we're going with AMC. If you didn't know, so kind of in the price action, you got to kind of think through, like, so you've seen Bitcoin be a little bit choppy. The ETFs came out, there was a little bit of a bump, then there was a dip, then there's been a kind of a re-rip. And as I film this, we're somewhere around, I don't know, well, here, I'll just check. I think we were kind of close to like 51.5 or, let's see, yeah, about 51.5 as I film this. But you need to know that there's been some liquidations. And at one point I tweeted that I think a lot of Bitcoin folks are going to, would do well to learn about the history of Wanda and AMC. And why did I share that? Because if you go back to 2021, Wanda was liquidating AMC to move cash back to China. There's a whole DD I've done about that.
Retroactive DD. Here it is.
Cash back to China. You can now, in hindsight, imagine why that was going on, right? China saw a lot of problems coming, particularly in real estate in China, and knew they were going to need some cash back home. So that was the whole story on Wanda. But what happened was it was impacting AMC's price action, because every time we seemed to gain ground, Wanda was selling. And then when they were done, it wasn't long after we started ripping. So that's why I just want you to know that, of course, you've heard about FTX with Sam, and there's been a lot of liquidations going on there. Not just Bitcoin, that's been in some other coins too, Ethereum and some other assets. But in particular, Bitcoin, there's been a lot of liquidations there. And then there's another company called Genesis that just recently, you can see this tweet at the bottom was from February 14th. Genesis had gotten court approval to sell almost $2 billion of Bitcoin and Ethereum trust shares. So there's been kind of a lot going on in that space, which is more sell pressure, right? But the positive there is when that's done, in some ways that's a one-time event. It's not like an ongoing business model. And so when that's done, perhaps you could expect a little less selling pressure on it. And so that, to me, says, oh, that might be something I'm interested in accumulating on those dips. The other thing to keep in mind, so if you look, since the ETFs were created, if you kind of take out Grayscale, perhaps you've heard of them. That's the GBTC fund that was in existence before all of this happened. If you go back just like, I don't know, the last 5-6 weeks since the ETFs have come on board, you can see there's over $12 billion of inflows into everybody but Grayscale. But now Grayscale, on the other hand, has been migrating effectively. So they were also selling. So you had this sell pressure of this $7 billion out of Grayscale. So the total inflow is still big. In that time, there's been $5 billion of inflow into these ETFs, which is a pretty big deal. But now imagine once Grayscale is done, if you were to take that $7 billion out. So if you think once FTX is done, once Genesis is done, once Grayscale is done, that to me says something may shift in coming days and months. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not, first of all, I've said clearly I'm more of kind of an AMC account here, and I will be until we win. So I'm not here to pump Bitcoin or anything. It's got its own ecosystem. It's far bigger than me. And so I'm not just saying, hey, to the moon on this thing, because also, for instance, the inflows are in some ways a little bit of a pop. Like there was this massive inflow. I don't expect it to keep the same pace it has, although I do believe there is significant increased demand compared to history on Bitcoin as it continues to expand out to people who perhaps didn't used to place their money in crypto. You just think of like perhaps an older retiree who's now got a piece of their retirement in an ETF in Bitcoin, things like that. So it's expanded to a broader market. So there's more demand, and at some point some of this selling will stop. So that to me is just really interesting as a watch item. Then the other thing you want to think about, so I'm just kind of playing with words here, but more than half baked. So you may have heard about halving with Bitcoin, and so if you kind of look at the top right, and you can just go search, just Google Bitcoin halving. If you think about, let's talk about a real asset like gold. What if in a couple months, all of a sudden, for the same amount of effort in mining gold, you only got half of the gold back that you used to? So that's halving. And so you can imagine if that was the case, if the supply of new gold effectively became twice as hard to get, or you would only get half as much as you used to get for the same effort. What happens when you pinch supply? Just think about the laws of supply and demand. So I just talked to you a little bit about how demand has been going up, sell pressure on some of the liquidations may be stopping soon, and now I'm talking to you about how sort of there'll be a pinch point on supply. And effectively, Satoshi and whatever theory you want to buy on who he, she, they were. By the way, I'm not talking about pronouns. I'm talking about some people have theories that it's more than one person. So whatever theories you have about Satoshi, the point is, I'll call him he, built a kind of a fail-safe against inflation. So you can kind of see if you research it that in order to make sure there wasn't an oversupply, I think it's like every 210,000 blocks as people are mining for the coin and sort of solving these problems and creating the blocks. Every 210,000 blocks, it gets cut in half. So you can kind of see here, the first blocks ever mined saw rewards of 50 coins. Man, can you imagine? But this has now dropped following 3 halvings to 6.25 coins. The last time was in May of 2020. So now that 6.25 is about to get cut in half again. So you can just imagine as you're cutting new supply and increasing demand, that starts to act like a precious commodity. And so that's why if you're on Twitter, you maybe have seen me start to talk a little bit about this in terms of, actually, I think you saw, I don't remember now if it was BlackRock or a few others, I think CNBC at one point talked about Bitcoin as perhaps being an asset that's going to become more precious than gold. Really interesting way of looking at it. And there are, I've mentioned before, some countries even talking about, would they ever back currency with something like Bitcoin, which, by the way, I kind of think the people would benefit, because if you think about our fiat currency now that's not really backed with anything other than the trust of the treasury, and perhaps our military, we're printing money on demand. We're funding our entire society with debt. We've got inflation run rampant. It's becoming perhaps unsustainable. So what happens if you've got something that actually has a real store of value? You start backing, the economy with that. I'm sort of tangenting onto a whole other thing, but I'm also kind of hinting at what perhaps we're going to see some shifts over even the next, not just years, but even decades, in how a lot of things work.
I'm sorry. He lost me at a real store of value. How is it that? I'm not really clear on that. Especially with it all wrapped up and involved with Wall Street now with these ETFs. Are you kidding me? Like, how in the fuck is it going to maintain any independence from any other ass? It's correlated up the ass with everything else. Get the fuck out. This is some bullshit. In my opinion, as I've noticed it to be, but I don't know. I'm gonna skip ahead. This is kind of a ridiculous. Oh, tokens. Oh, tokens wrapped. Oh, boy. Where's Badback when we need him? Liquidations. But what about AMC? Okay.
And I've shown some timelines even. In fact, let's talk about this a little bit. So I'll just leave this a little bit of a tease. So I'm calling this a re-tease, but I will kind of continue to talk about it and try to, over time, make it more and more clear. So it goes like this. So I'm just going to kind of walk you through this tweet that I had done. I think this was in January, but I had started to talk about this maybe as far back as like last October-ish or maybe even September-ish. So you had these tokens that were basically wrapped with crypto, and they were effectively like phantom assets, almost like ghosts, like they didn't really exist. So now I'm talking about both Binance and FTX. You can go find other videos of mine. You can find whole write-ups on Reddit that talk about like the tokens were made January 27th. I don't think I have to, of 2021. I don't think I have to help anyone really understand why that is one heck of a smoking gun. That, basically within 24 hours, Citadel and Vlad over at Robinhood, and don't sleep on interactive brokers, they're all removing the buy button. At the same time, Sam and CZ, and don't sleep on Bittrex and CM Equity AG over in Germany and a few others, they're all making the tokens. So you get the buy button and the tokens at the exact same time. I think you can start to see that there's a connection there. You get a lot of developments on the tokens then in June when we are...
Well, no, not necessarily. I mean, things happening at the... really? Things happening at the same time are connected. So that's the logic we're running on now. Did I hear this correctly? Oh my God. Okay. So we're not evidence-based then. All right. Got it. We are logical fallacy-based. Understood. Okay.
You get our cost to borrow spiking to 1,000% when FTX goes down, really twice. So there's a lot of connections. I've spelled that out in other videos and tweets and Reddits and whatever. There's a whole timeline I've published too. And oh, by the way, you recall that when kohrs came, he was pushing very hard and had purchased some influencers to push us very hard to do what? Tokenize AMC, right? So that's kind of been there out the whole time, is my point of view, and that's my thesis. But now I think we have kind of, perhaps we're finally going to go the other way at some point here. So you have the tokens that basically Sam's thinking he can create these sort of phantom, zero assets that aren't anything real. But when Adam released Ape, now remember Ape was preferred equity. These are real assets. Preferred equity has a real value. Kind of go back and look at the par value of that when it was created. And you can look up some research too on because preferred equity can act kind of almost like a quasi bond, not exactly, gets real technical, but it has some real asset value. And so that's where I was kind of using this language, making spectral beings become real. So you've got this blockchain, Ape shows up, and remember Brett Harrison, and you guys have seen the video going viral and all that stuff that apparently Elon doesn't want you to hit the like button on. And that's the stuff I had talked about like 2 years before Brett even made that video. And so interesting to me to kind of watch him be in my feed all day, every day, because I was trying to warn about this in 2021. But anyway, so you've got these phantom assets they create, and effectively Ape shows up. Now, remember when Adam said checkmate? What if he was saying checkmate to Sam? Just putting that out there. And so it's kind of like this game of operation, because if they're building these sort of fraudulent blockchains with these
what the fuck?
And then Ape shows up and it's real, and suddenly whoops.
Apes what?
Something shows up on the radar. Think about, like, have you ever heard of like someone they need
so Ape coming out is what got SBF and FTX caught? Is that what he's saying? I'm trying to follow this. It's unclear, but wow.
You need to like find out what's going on in someone's body, so you kind of like pass these radioactive isotopes through your blood, and they can kind of track it. I had I think in some videos and some tweets, I kind of talked about that like isotopes leave a trace. So that was kind of what I was talking about there. If there's something real,
this guy's
suddenly the blockchain starts telling on you, and there's some things going on that can be more seen. So FTX, Binance, Bittrex, I said there'll be more. We've seen some things with Coinbase. I'm forgetting at the moment, but there's a few others if you kind of just look at some of who the SEC has been going after. And by the way, another one there, interesting to watch who has tried to stop Gary from going after some of these guys, right? That is also worth noting. In particular, Congress, there's a couple of funds, we can talk about Dougie Large over at Virtu. There's a group called 2 Sigma. Boy, there's just a bunch. So you can just tell who's really concerned and does not want anyone to discover what was happening with all these tokens. But so Ape converts, and well, so that starts a clock. And actually,
that seems like
the timeline of all these Bitcoin
pretty
ETFs.
Dumb assumptions there.
It was when Ape converted. So remember, first, let me go back before I even say that. When Ape was proposed to be converted and we voted on it and all that, what did we get? We got the lawsuit. That was a run out the clock exercise. They were really trying to buy time. And so what happened then is when the conversion finally went through, when we had a judge that decided to be sort of, I'll put it out there, pro-justice and honorable. That is actually when BlackRock and others went into just fast forward mode on creating the Bitcoin ETFs. So you can say I'm being really speculative, but I've got some reasons why I believe that's related. And in particular, if you kind of just research.
Oh, I'm sure that you do.
Swaps and derivatives.
I'm sure that, but
smart contracts.
But just as long as you didn't start with that conclusion first and try to find stuff to fit to it, I'm gonna trust this guy that the evidence led to where he is, not the other way around, right? He didn't start with a conclusion in mind, did he? Kind of seems like he did. Listen to having to get into all these it gets all technical, and swaps and derivatives and yada yada yada, and ISDA and phase 6. Yeah, why do you have to go out that far into bullshit that you have no clue about, and you can throw out a buzzword here or there because you have to. You have to spin this intricate web, this intricate narrative, in order to justify and support and back up and give credence to the same old conclusion that you've been that you thought would happen, or that you think will happen, or you think should happen for 3 years now. That's fucking stupid. It's not like, I'm sorry, but this is all so misplaced, misspent energy. It's this is all pointless exercise in futility. It's ironic in a dumb way. It's just bad. It's just terrible. You know, what else can you say? Nothing about this is right. I mean, everything about this is fucked up. Right?
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Yeah, I mean, for real, right?
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
This all comes into play, and these are all things I've dropped breadcrumbs on a few times over the years. So, just interesting.
Who did what does he think he is? Like some fucking DD fairy or something? He's dropping breadcrumbs, like leaving little breadcrumbs for us to find and put together, and hopefully, you know, get the puzzle right and unlock the secrets. What the fuck is this shit? God, I swear to God, AMC is a narcissist fucking paradise. I mean, this is a fucking haven of narcissistic fucking dweebs who love to hear themselves talk about quasi-esoteric bullshit. What a bunch of clowns. Oh my God. I hate all of these fucking people. Yeah, let's do a hurry up on it. Jesus fuck.
So then, you know, also, this is definitely conspiratorial. I'll just own that one. But that some of the war events are also about big money trying to stay in power.
Oh, yeah.
Get into that and debate that over a beer kind of a thing. So I'll just kind of move on from that one. But so as we're moving along, wrapped assets are coming home at some point in time. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. I heard about this. You know what?
Time matches on. You might.
It's probably time to pivot away from this. You know. I got Marcel and I guess I could pull it off Reddit, right? Okay, here we go. 4 minutes and 44 seconds. 44 for anybody who was here earlier. With Mikey's money. 444. Yes. All right. Here we are.
So I was asked this question once by someone recently. They said, Marantz, yeah, I'm going to get rest. I'm going to get rest, guys. Don't worry. I'm good. But they said, Marantz, are you in the stock market to make money? And I was like, no. And it blew them away. Like, they didn't know what to say. Remember Whiskey Bets? He said, aren't you here to make money? I said, no, I'm not here to make money. And they were like trying to figure me out. They're like, well, are you here to not to lose money? I'm like, no. And here's the problem. Okay, I'm going to explain this. Hold on. I'm not here to make money or
yeah, well,
okay. When those are the two outcomes, one's going to take over the other. I'll explain. Stock starts going down. You're not here to lose money. So what are you going to do? You're going to sell. The stock starts going up. You're here to make money. So what are you going to do? You're going to sell. But at one point, learn. How much have you learned? The stock starts going up. You're here to make money. So what are you going to do? You're going to sell. But at what point are you going to learn?
Learn.
How much have you learned?
Learn.
That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to make investments and learn from my mistakes and or learn the next route I want to go in life. So I don't care about winning and losing. I want to know if it's advancing of who I am. That's the difference. When you don't have this mentality, on your investments, you're like all these other guys. You're like Suit, you're like XBit, you're like, give me some of their names, guys, in the Discord. The guys who just flaked out and left and were like, Marantz, you're wrong. Oh, I'm wrong? Let me tell you how wrong I'm not. I'm 41 years old. And I've been living right for a long time.
Let me tell you how wrong I'm not.
Material things.
What a fucktard.
I have the most clarity I've had in my whole life right now.
Well, then you were fucked up before.
Dog, and I have a great job. I have a wife. I've got kids. I've got it all. I got it all. Maybe I just have the perfect life. And maybe people hate that. But if you think it's perfect.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And you don't think I lose? Then you don't understand.
God, this guy's so fucking dumb.
You want to see me?
Such a fucking train wreck.
I lose on the inside. Right? I cry at night. That's the difference. I was raised this way. So you're never going to see me have a down day. You're never going to see me. You can for the moment. But I'll show you how to win at life. That's why people hang out with me. Because I'm the real one, right? I command the audience. We can do all
Jesus fucking Christ. Give me a fucking break.
Not Trey. Not Matt. Not Jackson Hunter. Not Tony De Niro. None of them. Not Mikey the Marine.
Nobody even listens to any of those fucking people anymore. What are you talking about? Trey? Where's he? Where's Trey even? Where is Trey? I want to know. Find him. Marantz. Has Strongman done anything on this clown lately?
Not Donahue. Not Bigums. Not Boss Blunts. Not Short the Vix, who nobody even knows. Not the Ape Father. There's one guy who's been saying the truth for 3 years on YouTube every day. And I'm going to cash out on this shit one day, right? When the flowers are pushing up on me. When I'm long gone, babe. When I'm dead. That's when I cash out. That's when you get to choose and say, did he win or did he lose? But remember what you learned along the way. You think I'm full of shit? Go watch Connect the Dots. Go watch every video I've ever put out.
No.
Go watch every live stream.
Yeah, just go watch everything that I ever bullshitted about.
We're going to be here next week when AMC announces some more bullshit. We're going to be here the week after that when Big Lots announces more bullshit. And we're going to be here when GameStop announces the truth.
More bullshit.
Tells you bullshit. Don't worry. They can control the media. They can control the narrative. They can control the story, the tagline. They can do all of that. They can. But they can't control me.
God.
That's why I keep making videos. GameStop. Can't stop. Won't stop. GameStop. I'm going to see you around, millionaires. Peace.
Jesus Christ. That is the worst fucking shit I have fucking seen in a while. Impossible because rate of video deletion. Yeah. Connect the fucking dots. Weapons grade copium. What even is this guy, man? Holy shit. This guy's high, either on crack or copium. Made it through 91 seconds before bailing. This 21st century pseudo-philosophical bullshit some people spew just drives me nuts. Bro, you are not going to drop some sort of psychologically paradigm-shifting shit nugget that people will be quoting for centuries, if not millennia. Stop it. Just stop it already. Oh, GameStop is going to the moon. GameStop PE is good. Oh, GameStop was always long-term. Ryan Cohen is the next Warren Buffett. Oh, I'm just here to learn. Shut the fuck up, man. It's over. Go home. Tryhards, man. Gotta love them. That is a fantastically awesome comment. I mean, this is legitimately great. Okay, I like. We don't get to say that a lot about a lot of things. This is gold, Jerry. I'll tell you, it's gold. The arrogance of these idiots is always what gets me. Zero self-awareness, zero self-reflection. LARPing has gone too far. Yeah. It's, why do all these bozos give these stupid Braveheart speeches? I don't care if you have this pseudo-intellectual motivational speaker voice. At the end of the day, it's a stock market, and making money is literally priority 1, 2, and 3. God damn it. Okay, he's a fucking idiot. Yeah. Wow. That's great. All right, last one.
For change. And that, my friends, is Lit Exchange. And I will give you the first time on YouTube a sneak peek of Lit Exchange and what our retail stores will look like. Let's get lit as we launch the world's first brokerage for stock and crypto.
Let's get lit.
Owned by retail investors such as yourself, where we say fuck dark pools and put a stop to market manipulation. We will offer in these retail stores free stock and cryptocurrency trading courses, customer support, customer service, financial advice,
free,
much more. You can sign up to be contacted upon the launch
of
the DNCF Founders Programs campaign. And I've got amazing news for you guys. We expect the Securities Exchange Commission to have approval of our Regulation D and Regulation crowdfunding programs this coming week. So as of this next week, pending the SEC approval, which we're expecting, you will be able to own equity in Lit Exchange. We are the
sweet
and only broker-dealer in the world to offer retail investors the opportunity to own the company, opposed to going to VC, venture capital firms, and hedge funds, because that defeats the purpose. We are not going to create a company that is majority owned by VC firms and hedge funds. We are going to create a company that is owned by the 99%, that is looking out for the best interest of the 99%. And founding members will not only receive equity in the company, but you will also receive insane perks and incredible benefits that I can't
perks, benefits.
But if you go to our website, litexchange.com,
that doesn't sound fair.
Enter your email address, and you will become right here in this.
We look out for retail investors, but if you give me money, then I'll give you all these perks, you know, beyond what normal people can do or get. Okay, that's cool. So it's just like everything else. You know, the golden rule, right? He who has the gold makes the rule. I see. Lit exchange, it's different.
Will be contacted next week, the moment that we receive the approval from the Securities Exchange Commission to launch our Regulation D and Regulation CF crowdfunding founders programs. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you really do take the opportunity to sign up, and if you have available
I watched a bit of this stream the other day in the car.
Investors to become equity holding owners of Lit Exchange. In a matter of a few short years, when we IPO Lit Exchange on the New York Stock Exchange, you will then have an opportunity to sell your equity, should you choose to do so, for significant profits. That being said, make sure you go to our website.
So he just promised that if you become a founding member, that when they IPO, you'll be able to sell for what? All this out here. This sounds like a great fucking deal. I want to get in on that. Ground floor, basement level, foundational trust member. Anyway, there's no perks here. You got no perks. There's no membership. No perks. But I did listen to a little bit of this video, and you know, he's gotten a lot better. I'll give him that. It's still highly conspiratorial, but his delivery, you know, his level of professionalism is it's up a couple notches. You know, like it kind of works. I mean, I wouldn't give him any. I wouldn't give this guy a dime. You know, but that he, you know,
a supervisor's job is to evaluate a bank's material risks in light of its operation.
Where is this? There's one section here where he's.
Investigation was for those instances between 2015 and 2020. The fine for mismarking millions and millions of shares long that were in reality short. This is effectively cooking the books, ladies and gentlemen. If we
cooking the books. Oh,
be valued.
Well, what did I say?
For other firms
like of Citadel,
broker dealer, because Citadel is a shares long that were in reality short. This is effectively cooking the books, ladies and gentlemen. If we did it, we'd go to federal fuck me in the ass prison for the rest of our lives. But when a market maker or a hedge fund or a clearinghouse does this, or even a broker dealer, because Citadel is a market making broker dealer, the fine is a measly $7 million slap on the wrist. Remember, this is the same guy over here who told us very clearly that they set the price
of Citadel. Passive investing is actually rooted in the theory that markets are efficient, and that markets are efficient because of active managers setting the prices of securities. Firms like Citadel, that markets are efficient because of active managers setting the prices of securities. Firms like Citadel, firms like Fidelity, firms like Viking Global.
You notice he's looking for other firms to try to throw under the bus with him.
We're all running large teams of people that are engaged in fundamental research, trying to drive the value of companies towards where we think they should be valued. Trying to drive the value of companies towards where we think they should be valued.
Remember, and in doing so, they are cooking the books. They are taking short positions and marking them as long positions. Do you know what this does? It hides short interest. It cooks the books. It is illegal. And in doing so, regardless, you can see stocks like AMC stocks, short interest has gone up this year from 6% to over 12.5%, just in the course of a month and a half. And that does not include many, many things. And I'll go over those in just a moment. But we have here verifiable evidence that from 513 million pre-split shares of AMC, over 1.55 billion shares existed simply between three parties: FTX, Bittrex, and the retail investors.
Here we go with the tokens again.
Retail investors that own 85% of the entire float.
Oh, shit.
So we have over 1.55 billion shares when only 513 million should exist. However, this does not include those shorts that are marked as long that we just saw Citadel Securities get fined for millions of instances in doing so by the Securities Exchange Commission. This does not include institutional ownership by market makers, clearinghouses, broker-dealers, yada, yada. This does not include insider ownership by people inside AMC, such as the CEO and the board of directors that own millions and millions of shares. This does not include the pre-split short interest of over 28% short interest, currently at 12.5%. Does not include rehypothecations, futures contracts, swaps, credit defaults, obligations, ISDA contracts, shorts marked as long, naked shorts, operational shorts, other synthetic shares, phantom shares, married calls, married puts, divorce calls, divorce puts, tokenized securities,
what?
Other crypto brokerages.
Oh my God.
Include exchange traded funds holdings, and most importantly, does not include FTDs, failures to deliver.
Why would it include failures to deliver? Why would it include that? I don't even know what we're talking about anymore, to be honest. That doesn't include all these things. I can't conceptualize it. But if they had to estimate, I would estimate the AMC stock float has been sold at least 25 to 50 times beyond the actual number of shares. I mean, it's too bad that could very well be true. And it's perfectly normal, or it wouldn't indicate any malfeasance in and of itself. So, I mean, so what? I mean, you know, so that's what's like, yes, and
if I had to make an estimate, I would estimate conservatively that AMC stock float has been sold at least 25 to 50 times beyond the actual number of shares that should exist. Here we have
there's no
evidence.
Oh, okay.
Here,
yeah.
Only 513 million shares of AMC should have existed. Bittrex held 625 million tokens. And if what was true, and they actually held them 1-to-1 for one token for each share of it, then they held the entire float around 140% by themselves alone. Then FTX also held 410 million shares for their 1-to-1 backing of their AMC tokens. Retail investors held.
That says total supply. I mean, how do we? And this shit doesn't exist anymore anyway. So, I mean, look at a lot of zeros I'm seeing there in the green numbers. Like, so what? Again, God, they're obsessed with this idea, you know, that there's a finite number of positions that should be able to exist. And I you know, it makes no sense, because there's always new investors can always buy shares. So I don't know, you know, how do they conceive of that in their you know, quest to lock the float down, and also, you know, encourage new people to buy into this Ponzi scheme. If they can buy in, then it doesn't seem like, you know, well, that kind of doesn't prove what you're saying. But you know what I mean? It's illogical.
%85 of the 513 million shares that should exist. And oh yeah, that
social media has allowed this type of scam to widen out. It's dumbed down. It's like, if you try to think about it in terms of any type of finance or like trading, you know, way, it's so twisted and retarded that you can't make any sense of it, right? Because it's been, you know, diluted and chopped up and spread out like a pate, so wide that it has, you know, it has to be that shallow. There can't be anything to it in order for people like this bozo, the butcher of portfolios, boss cunts, to, you know, proselytize to his oinkies, and get them, you know, to more fired up to believe in it and whatever else, and to give him money, because, you know, always need money. Money. But I think it's, yeah, whatever. Yeah. We are. Jesus fucking
that doesn't
Christ.
include everything else that I just mentioned here. That does not include any of this. So that's all got to be added up too.
It does?
28%.
It's all got to be added up.
Ownership and so on.
Oh, okay.
But that's all evidenced right here. Of course, companies like Bittrex and FTX came out and started selling those tokenized securities on January 28th, 2021, the date in which these companies started, pulled the buy button. So you could not buy any more GameStop or AMC, BlackBerry, Nokia, and SLV, Silver's Trust.
I mean, but
of course, as you guys know, silver and gold are greatly manipulated and heavily shorted. There is nowhere near sufficient amounts of silver in the world to actually meet the demand from the heavily amount of shorted securities out there. So
what?
Right here, you've got some of the miners, Highcroft Mining Corporation.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, that's the coin, huh? I'm glad it's in a case so he doesn't get lead exposure. You know, not wearing gloves or anything. Wow. Yeah, you gotta love it. Well, Lynn says those are silver-plated lead coins.
Who owns a significant portion of this, along with Eric Sprott, the creator of SLV.
Oh, what a great man. What a great guy, Eric Sprott.
Heavily shorted securities were not allowed to be purchased by retail investors, only to be sold, and they needed to do so to maintain their positions and to maintain their solvency because they had billions and billions of dollars at risk. As Captain Awesome says, the DD has not changed, but continues to grow. Retail has not been wrong. Retail continues to learn. And I, along with many others, are...
Wait. Retail is not wrong. Retail continues to learn. That's pretty slippery right there. Well, there's also the problem that nobody all these AMC people had nobody knew anything about Highcroft mining at that point because it didn't become on their radar until Adam Aaron bought the company, bought it, whatever, and that didn't happen until later in 2021. I forget exactly when, but and that's the only time, January 2021, right? It's the only time there was any those restrictions, buying restrictions. So yeah, he's definitely full of shit there. If that is indeed what he said, that's inaccurate. That never happened.
Completely sick of these fucking broker dealers and market makers that are manipulating the stocks.
And the problem, like, with that is, like, that's how it worked. I mean, that's like, if that's the way that you see it working, that, like, it's not like these institutions, these entities are breaking the law every day or running some kind of, like, illegal operation. It's not. It's legitimate in the eyes of everything. So, I mean, I don't really understand what his beef is, because at the end of the day, these, well, whatever. I've lost my train of thought. Getting late.
I am tired of...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the broker dealers. It's not... I mean, is it really... if you have problems with the broker dealers, okay, whatever. But what I'm saying is they're legitimate, legitimately operating under, regulation. So why would the next guy not do something similar if it is effective and profitable? Wouldn't you do and within the kind of bounds of what's allowed in a regulatory sense? Then what the fuck are you talking about? Like, how are you going to be any different, like, than what is possible already, or what exists already and exist and sort of, like, survive in terms of being, an entity that makes money somehow. Obviously not going to be from payment for order flow or anything like that, I guess, but I don't get it. I don't really get it. Not really sure what the business model is here either, by the way, but whatever. But, it's like, okay, you say you're not going to deal with the dark pool, so you're not going to do any over-the-counter trading then. Well, doesn't that disadvantage you, like, to everything else, because so much is on that venue? So this is the problem with taking a hard stance against something for some fundamental, principled reason, because everything is relative now. Everything depends on it. So you can't just say, oh, we're not gonna do anything that's off exchange because it's not the pure. There's no true Scotsman kind of thing, That doesn't really work. Because what if the market is actually, 70% off exchange? Now you're saying, well, even though the market and the marketplace of the market of markets, the landscape of marketplaces in general, it has moved to this type of venue. You're saying that you're going to ignore that 70% because you think the other 30 is the pure true Scotsman. I'm not so sure that that's like a good business thing, but whatever. But I mean, for as much bitching as people do about these payment for order flow brokerages, they sure use them a lot. Like Webull, people love Webull. People like Robinhood. I mean, if you go over to and even Robinhood now has fees for options trading per contract. Thinkorswim has more different fees, but seems like that's the wrong. It seems this is distractionary. This is distraction. Why do I care about all this? How does this help me? How does this assist me? You're still going to buy the wrong shit. You're still going to buy the bullshit stocks that you think you can manipulate, or that you think are being manipulated, or you think are being manipulated, so you're trying to manipulate them. It seems like that's the case. I don't really know how else. Like, you thought there's going to be a short squeeze. You bought in too late, blamed it on manipulation or whatever. Bad actors. And then, are going to start a competitive financial services firm to avenge retail investors for whatever they thwarted. Like, what the hell kind of like R.L. Stein nightmare is this? I don't know. Kind of seems but I'm sure he'll make some money, right? Anyway. God damn it. Motherfucker. All right. Let's see here. Oh, it seems like he probably did. Right? I don't know. Oh, oops. I gave this one a thumbs down. Oh. Oh, really? Uh-oh. Let's see here. Is this really not available? This is that, oh, it's private. This is that Al from Boston live stream. Like I missed the boat on that one. Okay, I'll tell you what. This one here. Yeah, sorry. So, let's see here. This is the one at, it's the one here. Underlying video for Stephen Van Meter.
This company's doing, because they've got big things coming over the next 12 to 24 months. It's going to be a big catalyst, we think, to send their stock price much higher.
Oh.
And here you can note they're the next generation proteins for world health. This
So just I'll let this play out and then I'll slide out the back exit here. But so I've watched the Bond King's some of his videos, and as you can see, I am subscribed to him, and have been for, I don't know, a few months, maybe year. But I, as you can also see, I have a sponsor aid on here, the green timeline part. So I may not notice, I may not have really noticed any of these before, to be honest. I'm not sure how I missed them, but so that's why I was surprised to learn about that, because I yeah, technology saved me, I guess, but it also shielded me in a way that probably wasn't good. So it's a double-edged sword, as so many things sometimes are, but kind of interesting anyway.
Aspect that they're focused on as we look at their technology.
This is fascinating.
The C1 platform has been used to produce commercial quantities of industrial enzymes and other proteins. This proprietary and patent technology is a novel, genetically engineered fungus that is highly productive and scalable in the areas of human and animal pharmaceuticals and alternative proteins in nutritional health. This is going to be big business for our sponsor and generate lots of revenue. Of course, when revenue starts to tick higher, that means stock price goes with it. And that's why we see these two analysts with HC Ringwhite and Zach Smallcap have put a strong buy with a $6 price target on the stock. This is a huge number considering it's trading right around $1.30 at the time of filming. Let's take a look at what's going on here, because these microbial platforms are the foundation of the core business for Dyadic. And here you can see their revenue potential increases with their time to commercialization. They've got a bunch of human and animal health products coming out, along with alternative proteins in the area of antibodies and vaccines, diagnostics, you name it. They are working on it here in a big way, and they have lots of stuff in development, with many of these already sponsored by their partners. This is big news, because you can see potential Dyadic revenue coming in approximately 12 to 24 months for many of these, as they're focused on human immunization and drug delivery. Again, almost about 80% of these they have partner funding with already. And of course, they're also focused on alternative protein products currently in development. These coming starting this year, in the next 12 months. This is going to be
sounds like an exciting opportunity.
Revenue to Dyadic, and that sets up the case of why we believe their stock price is going to head a lot higher. Now let's take a look at the longer term picture here, because what you see in their stock is when it gets down to the current level, as I started.
Which tool was that?
We said that there's a
you were looking for
a 46% move. That's because every time it's gotten down to this level, the stock just takes off as the sellers are worked out. So we're going to look back here over about the last year and a half, and I want to note that when stock gets down to the supply zone, and what happens in it just takes off like a rocket each and every time. Here you see 1, 2.
This is
for the 4 times.
Look at this chart.
Big move.
This is great.
Double bottom. This is huge. Bounced off of its 50-day moving average. Just short of that, and that's setting out the first move into this supply zone all the way up to that volume profile line. And you can see when it gets down here, it tends to get right up near that volume profile line. There's your 46% catalyst for the upside potential for Dyadic. Again, on the NASDAQ, on the symbol DYAI, here we can zoom into that double bottom here on the 90-day chart. It's very clear buyers continue to come in and support the stock at this level, setting again the initial move up in the supply zone at around $1.60, then with the further move higher into the above volume profile line, which is about a 46% move. And you can see here the double bottom is indeed supported by buyers. As we look over the last 30 days, buyers coming, giving you the opportunity to jump in with them and see this stock roar to the upside. Again, on the NASDAQ, on the symbol DYAI, and as always,
DYAI. God. My God. Oh, good. 4 days ago, huh? Well, I guess that was, yeah. Cool. Yeah. Nice. No, you can't.
This is what happens when you work to change things.
You're being a little bitch. What do you fucking want from me? Get off my dick!
You know, if you don't understand the situation, it's better sometimes not to speak and just be proven a complete imbecile in the matter.
Before making any trades.
Okay,
With that, I'm Steve Van Meter. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Thanks for being fans. Bye now.
Man, fuck you. I think you a bitch.
Hey, timely. Now he used to read. He used to read his disclaimer.
What are you saying?
And it was
What are you saying?
ridiculous. Like ridiculous. Fuck. It's gonna be a while ago. So. Oh my God! Not that long ago. Not 4 years ago. No, we're now in overtime here. Now the union is gonna get on me. It was supposed to be 1:15. I'm looking at the big clock, and it is almost 1:16. But whatever. I'll take it. I'll take the heat on it. That's how it goes when you deal with artsy people, broadcast talent. Professionals, you know. Ah, God damn it. So many fucking videos. Well, yeah, it might have been. Oh, it might have been when he had these type of. Yeah, it was when he had the castle behind him. Have you seen any of these? Have you seen it? Oh my God. He's got the castle. Because he's the Bond King, you know. And then he started going to these dramatic thumbnails. But he would still use the castle backdrop there. But let's see here. My God. Tech stocks crashing. Oh dear. Just hold on.
Looks likely to continue on the NASDAQ 100 version of the Sunday night charts. Let's get right into this.
Oh, that was a weak Sunday night charts. We got to get a better one. Sunday night charts. We know it's not Sunday yet. God damn it. So, did I really do this? I really did this. Fuck. Anyway, yeah, Doom. It's just, you know, it's the sleazy typical shit for me. Sunday night charts here. Maybe he says it here.
Hi, and welcome to Sunday night charts. We take a look at
There's a few times where he does it really with some gusto. Like, it's good, but anyway. Son of a bitch. Anyway. I gotta get his disclaimer. He's as far as disclaimers go, it's worth the wait and search. And I'll do this more smartly this time here. How about hell is coming?
Michael Burry warns that hell is coming and stocks will get crushed. I'm your host, Steve Van Meter, and thanks for joining me today. Famed hedge fund manager Michael Burry leads where consumers.
Disclaimer.
Well, that tells us that perhaps September we still get a rate hike before, as Jeff predicts, the Fed has a massive turn of heart and starts cutting rates in a big way by the end of the year. I'm Steve Van Meter. Thanks for being fans. Bye now.
Nope, not back far enough yet. Yeah, it's too new. It was back considerable time. I think I got to get back to those other. God, these fucking thumbnails are killing me right now. Shocking report. Okay. Bear market warning. Dump the dollar. Dump the fucking dollar. I dare you.
Experts are warning the dollar's days are numbered and it's headed lower. In today's show, you'll learn, is it time to dump the dollar or its best days ahead? I'm your host, Steve Van Meter, and thanks for joining me today.
So dramatic.
That 2022 is not the year for the dollar.
Okay. Let's get this disclaimer here. Atlas. Yeah, that's his group.
And when you understand the relationship between dollar and bonds, with U.S. Treasuries just being deferred forms of dollars, well, you understand that a higher dollar is bond bullish too. And with that, I'm Steve Van Meter. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye now. The content of this video is provides educational information only. Is not intended by investment advice. This material is not to be construed as recreational solicitation by some scary financial instrument or participating in any particular trading strategy. This was prepared by Steve Van Meter. Personal capacity. Please express this video that do not affect the view of Atlas Financial Advisors Inc. or Steve Van Meter Financial.
Oh, shit. That's how you do it, Trey. That's how you fucking do it. Trey was a lightweight. You want to be a shill pumper? You got to be able to say it like that. He does it faster, better. He definitely executes it better than that. I'll say that. There might be one in here that we can find real quick, but yeah. That's what Trey never stood a chance. He went soft. You know, he didn't have the heart for it. Liquidity crisis imminent. Oh yes, the liquidity crisis. Let me guess.
The bond market.
Let me guess.
It's imminent.
It's going to dry up. Liquidity. It's going to dry up because that's what liquids do. They dry up.
Consumer sentiment is crashing, and workers, well, they're quitting their jobs in droves. All that and more on today's show. I'm your host, Steve Van Meter, and thanks for joining me today as we're coming at you from an undisclosed location as a kingdom, as the bond vigilantes are back and driving volatility higher, which most people misunderstand because the bond market doesn't function quite like the equity market. Typically, when we see equity volatility rising, that means prices are falling. And in the moment, it's meaning the same thing with the bond market. But remember, what most people don't understand is that volatility is a knife that can cut two directions. Heightened volatility.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Crude prices go down, yields go down. Look, all the bond market is really telling you here is it knows where this whole story is going. And this short, little tiny backup in yields over this last week is not a big,
I don't know how true that is, but whatever.
Overall trend is going to lead to not just lower yields, new all-time lows in yields, and that'll bring stocks down with it. And with that, that's our show. Thanks for being fans. Thanks for supporting the show. We'll see you back on Wednesday. I'm Steve Van Meter. Bye now. The content of this video is provided as educational information only, is not intended to provide investment or other advice. This show is not to be construed as a recommendation or solicitation to buy or sell any security, financial or to participate in any particular trading strategy. This video was prepared by Steve Van Meter, personal capacity. This video was is not to be. Let me see.
Oops. Shit. We call that.
I forget the rest, but anyway, it says something about Atlas Financial Advisors, the and Steve Van Meter Financial.
I gotta do this again. Oh my God, that's great. Sorry, Steve. That's fucking fantastic, though. That's fantastic. Why does he keep trying to go too?
If you don't understand the situation,
why now? The content of this video is provided as educational information only, is not intended to provide investment or other advice. This show is not to be construed as a recommendation or solicitation to buy or sell any security, financial instrument, or to participate in any particular trading strategy. This video was prepared by Steve Van Meter, personal capacity. This video was is not to be. Let me see.
Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying?
Is that what you're saying?
I forget the rest. Anyways, read the disclosure because it says something about Atlas Financial Advisors.
Oh shit!
Financial.
I don't know. I don't really think that's
to be held harmless or something else. Anyway.
Oh, or something else. Oh shit! That's great. And that's about, shit. God damn it. Well, what can you do from that? Fuck me. See you guys.